Good morning, children, and welcome to all of you in online classes. Dear students, we are discussing about the fourth poem of Flamingo book, and the name of poem is A Thing of Beauty, a very famous and popular poem of English literature, which has been taken from one of the famous creation of Mr. John Keats, and the name of poem is Endymion. This poem, A Thing of Beauty, has been taken from that poem, Endymion. Dear students, I have told you and taught you about Mr. John Keats, that his life was full of trouble. He spent only 26 years in this world, but faced a lot of difficulties in his life. Either he lost his father in age of 9, or he lost his mother in age of 14, or it was the death of brother due to the tuberculosis, or he unfortunately himself died in age of 26 by the same disease, tuberculosis. These things I have told you, I have discussed with you, and I hope you have understood well. Dear students, I have also told you and taught you about the first stanza of the poem A Thing of Beauty, and in that yesterday I told you the characteristics and qualities of a thing of beauty or a real beautiful object. In that, dear children, I told you that real beautiful object or a thing of beauty gives us everlasting joy. Its beauty increases with the passage of time. It is never reached into the nothingness to the end point. It is never finished, or it gives a good sleep with full of good dreams, and it gives also good health, and finally it gives a reposeness and peace to us. So these are the qualities stated by Mr. John Keats about a thing of beauty. Dear students, today I am going to tell you the next stanza. First I will read the stanza, or after that I will tell you the explanation line by line. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of gloomy days, of all unhealthy and over darkened ways, made for our searchings. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall, Pall, from our dark spirit. Once again, therefore on every morrow Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of inhuman dearth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways, made our searchings, yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirit. Dear students, there are some difficult words in this stanza, stanza number 2. The first word is morrow. Morrow means morning. Second is wreathing, make, garland, band, strip, used to bind, and next one is bind, tie together. Spite of, one word is given in the stanza. It means in spite of. The next word is despondence, that is despair, hopelessness, inhuman, merciless, dearth, lack, and then gloomy, dark, dismal, pall, curtain of darkness, spirit, souls, and over darkened ways, path full of darkness. So these are the difficult words you have to keep in mind while reading the poem, while writing the explanation. And now I am going to tell you the explanation. Here the first line is, therefore on every morrow. The poet John Keats here says in this line, due to this reason, we used to, on every morning, morrow means morning, we used to make garland. The poet John Keats here says that due to this reason, every morning we used to make garland with the help of flowers. We used to make garland with the help of flowers to show our relation with earth, to connect ourselves with nature, to show our connection with earth. This is the reason that due to that, every morning we people or human beings used to make garland with the help of natural flowers, and we used to tie together to them, and we make garland to show our relation with earth, to show our relation with nature, to show our connection with nature. Or spite of despondence, poet further says कि though this world is full of despondence, full of despair, full of hopelessness, or here the darkness is everywhere, hopelessness is everywhere, and most of the people's souls are, spirits are full of darkness, full of hopelessness. Dear students, our inhuman activities are more, merciless activities are more, bad activities are more, our in and noble nature people are very, very less. Lack of noble nature. To means noble nature, good nature people, good activities are very, very less, and bad activities and merciless activities, merciless acts, inhuman activities are in a large number. And this world is full of darkness, full of hopelessness. But dear, and we are forced to move, and we are forced to walk on that path, walk on that dark path, walk on that over darkened path, the path which is full of darkness, dear students. But in this adverse situation, in this negative condition, in this opposite situation where all the paths are full of darkness, full of hopelessness, all the spirits full of darkness and full of hopelessness, and everywhere only the negative activities, everywhere only the inhuman deeds, everywhere only the merciless activities. In between them, dear children, some shapes of beauty, some good activities, some noble nature people, some a thing of beauty, and some good nature people, some good deeds, some beautiful activities, and some beautiful nature people, they come forward, or they remove the curtain of darkness. They remove the pall, they remove the curtain of darkness from our spirit. They definitely show the right path. They definitely tell us that there is a possibility. Though the noble nature people and good deeds are in a less number, but these less number noble nature people, these less number shape of beauty, they remove the darkness from our dark spirit, from our soul which is full of hopelessness. So they tell us and they show us the right path. They tell us the path of hope, path full of hopefulness. The spirit which was full of darkness and full of hopelessness, due to the noble nature, due to some shape of beauty, due to some good nature people, definitely we get our ways, we get our path. But the world is full of despondence. So these are this is the explanation of second stanza. Dear students, once again I am telling you that poet says in the second stanza, due to this reason, therefore, every morrow due to this reason, we make garland with the help of natural flowers, and we tie together those flowers to make the garland, to show our relation, to show our connection with earth. We try to show our relation with earth. And though this world is full of darkness, full of hopelessness, and all the paths are full of darkness, all the souls and spirits and all the people are having engaged in negative activities, and their souls are full of darkness. But between them there are some noble nature people who come forward, some shape of beauty, who come forward and they show us the right path. They remove the curtain of darkness from our dark spirit. So this is the explanation of stanza number 2, dear students. I hope you have understood well. The next portion I will tell you tomorrow. Thank you, dear children, and you will write the explanation of this part. Thank you.